My son is living in Puerto Rico. I don't know what's got in his mind.
So that's my mother, Madeline. No matter how old you get, your mama always worry about you. Just got off a Zoom with her and with her friends, Araceli and Ed.
Left New Orleans, went to Texas.
My mom thinks I can't make up my mind where to live, since I always hop around from city to city.
Went to California and now to Puerto Rico, Timbuktu.
What's up guys, this is Brian, and as I moved here recently to Puerto Rico, I wanted to network with the locals here and stay connected to my roots by meeting other Filipino kababayans who also decided to make Puerto Rico their new home. This is my documented journey into the wonderful island of Puerto Rico. Thanks for watching Adventures of Filipinos in Puerto Rico. The Cumbre Vieja eruption is a fissure eruption that started in September 2021 at the Cumbre Vieja volcano on the island of La Palma, one of the Canary Islands governed by Spain. An earthquake swarm started on the 11th of September before the eruption started on the 19th of September. Some people in Puerto Rico are a little bit nervous.
So, Crystal here.
I wanted to get my friend Crystal to share a little about this topic of volcanoes, since she was the one that inspired me to look more into it.
I just wanted to kind of read you something that's really important that's going around the world. So, did you guys know that there are currently 26 active volcanoes erupting around the world today? So, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, there are about 1,500 potential active volcanoes worldwide, with about 500 and 1,500 erupting in historical time.
Locals in La Palma has been warned that this volcanic eruption could last as long as this December, another 3 months. That calculation is based on the previous eruptions in that area. It's the way that the eruption interacts with the environment that makes it dangerous. The volcano had been spewing out up to 10,500 tons of sulfur dioxide every day. That gas reacts with moisture and oxygen in the air, causing acid rain. Volcanic ash can also irritate the eyes and lungs. Sulfuric acid can cause damage inside your lungs when you inhale them. In addition, there's also tiny particles called silica, which can cause permanent damage in the lungs. So far, the levels of toxic gas are not dangerous for humans, but there could be a potential. In Puerto Rico, people are watching the news.
Se sigue con preocupación la erupción de Cumbre Vieja ahí en Puerto Rico.
And we're already seeing that the ashes are already traveling across the ocean towards the Caribbean.
Miren esto que impresionante. Están las verdecitas, pero miren esta que se ve aquí.
Hey, Brian.
That's my dad, Bill. I wanted to get his opinion on what's going on. People are worried about the ashes coming to Puerto Rico because if you inhale it, you get like lung disease.
That's impossible. So by the time it gets to Puerto Rico, it'll just be a smog, it ain't gonna be, polluted dust, nothing like that. Tell the Puerto Ricans not to worry about the volcano. It's just like having a volcano erupting in Mars, and we're worried about the ashes coming to Earth.
A volcano can also cause a tsunami. Some locals in Puerto Rico and across the East Coast fear that. If the lava causes a large portion of the mountain volcano to fall into the ocean, it would create a dome in the ocean and cause a wave about 600 meters high, and surge westward with speeds up to 720 kilometers per hour, about the same speed as a jet aircraft. 20 to 25 meters of high waves will crash across the East Coast and severely do some damage. From a specialist, there is no tsunami risk for the U.S. East Coast from the volcanic eruption of La Palma. But still, earthquakes can cause a tsunami, and we just recently had one here.
And I think the volcano, it takes small volcanoes for a big one to erupt. So this earthquake that's going on around the world, it doesn't really help.
What happens sometimes in an earthquake, we have one tectonic plate diving underneath another tectonic plate. So if you're thinking about baking chocolate chip cookies, when you pull the cookies out of the oven, bend it and it's nice and gooey, but once they've gotten to be cold, they break. So that cold dense crust that's going down can break for a much longer time and get bigger earthquakes, then resulting in a tsunami. When the fault ruptures, when the amount of stress overcomes the friction, it bounces back, which lifts up the water. Above it, it causes the water to flow out in all directions. And that water flowing out in all directions is the tsunami. All right, good talking to you. Love you, Dad.
Well, love you too.
Brian.
I just want to tell your mom that I love you and I miss you, and I'll see you soon.
I love you too,
Yeah.
my dear son,
Boy,
my middle son.
he can blow smoke.
Yeah.